Hello everyone. It's the Dog Son for Fun coming at you with another video. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope everyone had a awesome and safe New Year. We did. There's a little bit of pow pow going on, but that's kind of what happens this time of the year, unfortunately. There used to be a time when people used to ring bells, but I guess that's too old school. So let's get into it, shall we? This will be the last video for Tanks a Lot, but I'm willing to make exception if anyone in the comments has a suggestion of something else they want me to cover in this game that I have not covered already. I will cover it and we will keep it going as long as you bring in suggestions. And I offer and accept any other suggestions of any other games you are curious for me to try out and explore together. So let's get to it. Today we'll be covering the Siege Cyberlegs. Terrible, terrible base. I'm sorry, y'all, that the last video would be for among the worst of the shattered bases. Cyberlegs is just horrible. The ability, it says it allows you 3 hits regardless of the damage. But here's the thing. It sounds in principle like that should be really cool. So no matter how much damage of a hit you take, it only counts as 1 hit. I feel like that seems inaccurate to me. When I try this base, I don't feel like it's per hit. It says per hit, which seems like it'd be a cool thing to me that's tanky, so it doesn't matter the damage or hit. But I feel like if you're, in a match and you're going against some people, I feel like most things that hit so rapid, it doesn't really matter the damage. So if you get hit 3 times by something small and consistent, I think that's a worse trade-off because since this thing is squishy, if I'm hit by something weak and rapid, that means that I lose my shield in 3 hits from something weak. So I don't think it's good, like, say it like this base right here that has a really weak attack. Because it's a fast attack, each individual attack will wear out my shield. And it doesn't matter how powerful I am. So it's a weird trade-off. I don't like it, honestly. Yeah. Speed is it's so-so, It's so-so. It's not great. But in my opinion, I'll say stick with the Wraith Walker. The shield you get in that is far much better. And again, as I mentioned, if you want this ability to work, you have to use a Shattered Pilot. It doesn't matter which one, but it has to be a Shattered Pilot in order to get this particular buff. Yeah. The fact we're winning is amazing. But I really, really do not care for this particular base. It seems like in principle, it could have been a really good base to use, but after thinking about it, I'm going to say it's trash. I'm sorry. They're just much better ones. The Forcer is probably going to be your best. Yes, you have to pay to win to get it. But I'm sorry. Any base that quickly heals up on its own is about as OP as it gets, in my opinion. So take that with a grain of salt. See? There you go. As long as I'm not getting hit, I'm okay. But those little bitty small hits that normally wouldn't do much, since it's not based on damage, that means that a weaker tank can take me out if it hits faster consistently. So that's the one odd trade-off I don't like. Now, if I'm fighting somebody really powerful, like somebody's using the mortars that do a lot of damage, it only counts 1 hit. It's great, but it's kind of a double edge, and I don't really like that kind of double edge, honestly. I don't feel like it's a good trade-off, in my opinion. Kind of 2 1 half in the other. So, yeah. So, sorry guys. I cannot co-sign on this particular base. And if you disagree, I mean, that's fine, whatever. Different strokes for different folks. Maybe you can make this particular base work for you. And if you want to get it, you got to go through this stuff. You got to, cut down all greenery and cut down the rocks. And when you do get a particular one of those green and yellow chests, you will have to watch a ad if you want to get it. And that, my friends, brings me to why I'm almost practically done with this game. I've done everything in this game. I have unlocked every available cannon, base, and pilot. I locked everything. Yeah. There is nothing left for me to unlock in here. I have everything. Yeah. I was waiting for, Clan Wars? I was waiting for Clan Wars, but it just never happened. So, if you look for the character M'Baku, that's me. Now, you won't see me on there as frequently because, I'm playing other games and I'm trying to figure out what the next game to cover. And I'm going to let you guys know what kind of games I play currently. I play games like this. I play matching games like Game of Thrones, Empires and Puzzles, Matching 3. They give you some characters. They have special abilities when their bar filled up. You probably seen these games. You probably saw the ads for them. I even used to play games like Call of Dragons or Whiteout Survival. All those games are roughly the same to me. They start off with a cool story, like you're supposed to manage your village or your kingdom, whatever, and if you got to keep everybody warm or manage resources. But after a while, once you get past all that, you know what it really becomes? You're basically trying to get your units out to send out to attack and gather resources and to attack other people. That's pretty much it. There are different things in the world you can attack in these games, but primarily it's really a PvP game. I'm just being honest, whatever. At the end of the day, there are other people out in the world, and if you don't join a particular group, some group will attack you so badly, you will run out of resources. Your units that you send out will be all destroyed. You won't be able to send out. You won't have fun with the game, and then it's pretty much rinse and repeat. Yes, you get lots of free items every day that that kind of give you that little dopamine hit. But these games are roughly all the same. I played quite a few of them. There's just a different coat of paint on them. They can be pretty interesting, and it depends on when you join a group. You got to find a group that's really strong. Yeah. A lot of times, if you can't find a strong group, you'll probably end up in I call a ghost crew. A ghost crew is where a lot of people just, the tutorial will just have you join a group, and it'll be just some default group. There'll be a leader. He won't be active. There might be a couple of people. There might be 10 people in a group. Most of them aren't active. So a lot of them kind of left the game, and your whole group will be scattered around. There won't be any organization. There won't be a leader, and you'll just get worn down with the game. It is also pay to win, because you want to get strong people in the game that have buffs to help you be able to attack, and their events and stuff. But honestly, it's PvP. You got to join a team. So if you don't want to join a team, games like Call of Dragons, Whiteout Survival, it's a rinse repeat. So other games I play, I like survival games. I play Ark Survival Evolved, but that game got removed for the App Store. I still have it on my iPad, but only the people who had the game before it got removed can still play on the paid servers. But now they have Ark Ultimate Edition, which is more closer to the PC version. And it's your typical, if you like dinosaurs, riding dinosaurs, and gathering and managing resources, Those are the kind of games I play. Yeah, something about crafting is gratifying. I can't explain it, but it's a lot of crafting. It's a lot of gathering. It's PvE and PvP. I did PvP once. Not really fun to me, whatever, because there's nothing worse than having some stuff, somebody attack you, take all your stuff, and then you back to square one. That is not fun. That's kind of like that game Rust. That's probably why I never play Rust. It's pretty much if you don't mind losing everything or having your base, you know, taken to pieces and then just getting, just robbed, whatever. The other types of survival games I like to play are Once Human, which you might have heard about. Once Human is also another PC game that was made to mobile. I like the mobile version. It's very fun. Again, it is heavy on crafting. You can build and customize your house. You got different skins, things like that. The story is interesting, but I'm gonna be honest. If you are playing Once Human, you're playing for the crafting and the different guns you can get, and you're playing for the multiplayer. It can be fun playing by yourself. If you go on the PV server, no one will attack you, but it will get boring because it's fun to, raid a particular area, whatever, and team up with some people and, trade resources, stuff, whatever. But if you play by yourself, after a while, it gets a bit lonely. And the story isn't that strong, so it primarily becomes it's good to just like you don't have to join a team, but it's more fun if you socialize other people. People will give you resources, whatever. You can buy stuff from people. You can trade stuff. So that's where I am right now. I play a lot of survival games. In the game before Once Human, I was playing Life After. Very similar. I believe by the same company, but don't quote me on that. Very similar thing. You get a motorcycle, or you can make a car, or a jeep. You can get now a bicycle, whatever. And those are the three types of games I play. Now, other than mobile games, I play fighting games like Tekken. I even play, I guess I say like indie like games, whatever. I don't know if you play Dinner Dash. I play this new game called Overcooked. I don't know if you heard about it. It's kind of mindless, kind of puzzle like. You got to prepare meals and stuff, and you get a certain timer. Besides that, I play Souls like games. I play Elden Ring. I play Dark Souls. I played Dark Souls 2. I didn't play 3. I haven't played Sekiro. But I do have I have a fancy for Souls like games. Some of them can be a bit harder than others, but I like the challenge. And also, when it comes to Souls like games, I've really been a big fan of builds. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's kind of my personality when it comes to gaming. And as far as fighting games, besides Tekken, I also like Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I like Marvel vs. Capcom. I used to play Street Fighter, but not as much anymore. And I used to play Mortal Kombat a lot. But it kind of, after so many sequels, it kind of left me behind. And that happens, and that's okay. So, now you guys know what kind of games I play. I mean, I also like board games. I play chess. I play, Uno, Monopoly. I'm a pretty fairly well-rounded person. I'll probably try anything at least once. I'm pretty flexible. So, if you have a game that seems to fit any of those categories or something outside of it, you know, drop me a line, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I hope I didn't ramble too much for you guys, but I feel you guys need to know, a little more about me as far as my gaming habits and, what I'm into, so you kind of know what videos might be coming up in the future, Oh, I almost forgot for mobile. Also, I like matching three type games, whatever. I don't know if I said that more than once. Yeah, I'm playing Game of Thrones It's a matching game. It's kind of fun. It's gotten kind of, you know, rinse repeat. You collect your resources. You attack other people's team, whatever. Their AI. It's not actually them. You probably heard of games like it, but that's kind of what I've been playing currently. You know, I believe everybody hits a gaming slump where you just don't know what the next game you want to play. Maybe your lives are different. Some of you probably have jobs. Some of you work from home. Uh, some of you game for like have YouTube channels, whatever, or you stream. I haven't tried streaming yet. I haven't thought about doing a stream, but if you guys want, you know what? I'll say it. If I ever got 50 likes on this video, if 50 people like this video, I will do a, a stream of Tanks a Lot. I have no idea what I do on there, but if y'all want to watch my playing habits on Tanks a Lot, you know what? I'll even drop it lower. If I get even 20 likes, I might give streaming a try. But I've never done it. It's very out of my comfort zone. It feels kind of awkward, but I like to test myself to see, how far I go. So, hope I didn't bore you guys. I hope everyone is having a awesome day. And if you don't get another video from me from this weekend, I hope everyone has an awesome week.